Just a quick side note to start on. Thank you guys for the support on the previous video. That thing took forever to make and I'm happy with the result. But seeing the support and the discussion that the video caused really made those 12+ hours worth it. So thank you. Now on to today's topic. With Metroid Prime 4 seemingly nowhere near to be releasing, people have started to speculate whether Nintendo will re-release the Metroid Prime Trilogy, only this time on the Switch. But we shouldn't just propose this and then have a cup of tea. That's why I'm here, to decide whether we even need this to happen, what it should or shouldn't happen, and if it will happen or not. Let's get into it. The first thing to identify is whether we even need the Metroid Prime Trilogy on the Switch. Of course we do, give me more Metroid, goddammit! But no, on a serious note, I believe that the Switch needs something like the Metroid Prime Trilogy. I know everyone is tired and annoyed of ports on the Switch at this point, I get it. But are we really going to just ignore probably one of the greatest trilogies in all of gaming? Not only that, playing Metroid Prime on the go is a really cool concept. You can introduce your friends to the series that way. But we're going into the whys, which is something I'll go into in a minute. Is there a possibility that we don't need the Metroid Prime Trilogy on the Switch? Yes, that's also entirely possible. After all, the Switch's library is looking really great right now, thanks to Super Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Pokemon, and most importantly, Smash. Gotta love this game. Take a guess as to who I mean. Anyway, back to Metroid. The reasons for having the Prime Trilogy on the Switch are extensive, so let me give you a rundown. It's a great way to introduce newcomers to the Prime series, but not only that, to those new to the Metroid franchise as well. Unfortunately, Samus at the moment is largely known either from more inappropriate places and Smash, much like Captain Falcon. Can we get an F for our boy Captain Falcon, guys? An F in the comments. So, not only would allowing newcomers to the series be more exposed to one of the best trilogies ever created be one of the biggest reasons to do this, what else is there? Well, this will go hand in hand with promoting Metroid Prime 4. This seems relatively obvious, but the sales of Metroid Prime 4 could be vastly improved if the Metroid Prime Trilogy was brought to the Switch. It's illogical to suggest otherwise. Metroid Prime 4 has the chance to be the best-selling Metroid game to date, given the success of the Switch, with how Nintendo's been marketing the games, and of course, with the Metroid Prime Trilogy coming to the Switch. Is there anything else? Well, other than the more Metroid we get the better, that's pretty much it. Now some of you may be wondering, how would the Metroid Prime Trilogy handle controls? Doesn't Metroid Prime 3 rely on motion controls? Not quite. The controls can be easily changed or adapted to fit the controls of the first two games, which can go back to how the GameCube versions played. Or something that I feel would revolutionize the series, twin stick control. Allow me to explain. In my previous video, I touched on how Metroid Prime 4's control scheme should be more akin to that of Doom 2016's control scheme. A few people were mixed on this, as some would feel that the Prime series would lose its identity, and some just didn't get how it could have worked. First of all, I would take modernizing and streamlining how I play a game over identity any day of the week. I don't fancy having to stop in the middle of a fight, look up to where I need to shoot, lock on, and then fire. Then a moment later to lose said lock on because the thing I'm shooting at moved too quickly, and so I have to restart the process all over again. Having twin stick controls alleviates this problem to the point that we wouldn't even need a lock on feature anymore. And with regards to the dash that you get during lock on, there could be a dedicated button for that. Just you have to be moving left or right since you couldn't boost backwards or forwards, something Prime 4 could add. What about the grapple beam? Dedicated button again. This isn't that hard to figure out given how much technology has progressed since Prime 3. I think this feature would easily be doable. So now how do you change beams? Have a weapon wheel, much like what Doom has. See? It just works. With all that, we come to the possibility of this thing even happening. My answer? I actually have no goddamn idea. All the logical steps point to Nintendo doing this, and hell, there were even rumors about it from a Swedish retailer, but I don't think that's entirely credible. The reason why it may not happen though is simply just that Nintendo doesn't want to do it, and you can't really get more definitive than that. Metroid isn't exactly the greatest selling series Nintendo has, let alone in the gaming industry, so to invest more resources into something that won't give at least equal returns doesn't seem wise. This is just business. Nintendo would need to make a profit from this. I personally feel that they would, but Nintendo may believe otherwise. Don't count it out. There are more reasons for the Prime Trilogy coming to the Switch than reasons against it. Don't get your hopes up, but also don't forget about it. If it were to come out though, expect it to be in 2019 at some point. It would keep us busy until Prime 4. Oh yeah, speaking of release dates on Prime 4, there was something that I forgot to mention when it came to its release date in my last video, so I'm going to add that at the end here. When will Metroid Prime 4 be released? Prepare to have your dreams crushed, guys. Metroid Prime 4 will likely be released in 2020, the most ideal month being November or even early December to maximize sales. Why 2020? Well, Metroid Prime 4 hasn't even been in development for 2 years yet, so there's that. But probably a bigger thing would be Pokemon. Pokemon is releasing in the fall of 2019, and if Metroid Prime 4 were to release anywhere near that, it would not sell, plain and simple. 2019 is looking to be quite a stacked year for Nintendo with Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem, Luigi's Mansion, Pokemon and more. This leaves 2020 open for Metroid to get the maximum sales possible, with November and December being the most optimal times since that's roughly 3 years of development, and then there's Christmas. Will we at least see Metroid Prime 4 this year though? Absolutely. I believe we'll see another tease in March. The tease may confirm that Solix is in the game, a subtitle, and potentially a release date, but we won't see gameplay for a long while, either at E3 or even near the end of the year, which I really don't mind. At this point, I'll take anything in terms of information about Prime 4, even the smallest. Thanks for watching this video, guys. You sticking around really means a lot. This one took a considerably less amount of time to do, but that's just because I've sorted out all the clips that I have running in the background now. The next video that I plan to make will tackle the specific controls of Prime 4, and potentially the controls of the Metroid Prime Trilogy port as well. I've mentioned the controls a couple of times, but now I want to explain and expand upon the ideas that I have for them. After I do that video though, expect something a little different, something faster. If you liked this video, consider liking and subscribing. This would help my channel grow, and it would mean the world to me if you did it, since I aim to do this full time. I'm that Metroid guy, and I will see you in the next mission. Bye bye.